Greetings everyone, my name is Napoleon Complex, welcome back to Total War Online and welcome back to the online battles. My opponent today is Aurelius. I am going to be taking another attempt at the Leuctra approach, which will be interesting against an Egyptian opponent. I am expecting chariots. I've corrected my mistake from before, we now have cavalry. So we have a representation of the Theban cavalry, and once again I will be trying the weighted flank approach. So I have my strongs. Well, let's just get into the action first of all. Here we are on the field. Right. So once again we're going to want a long line to occupy the entire battlefront. I only brought 2 Spartans this time, and that obviously helped me to afford the Theban cavalry. So once again the rest of my army just starts to stretch back away from the battle in an echelon formation. And this is so that the weaker parts of my army clash with the enemy last and the strongest points come into contact first. Okay, like that. And I can use my archers to shield this by providing covering fire. I've got my cavalry. Now this is quite micro-intensive in Rome Total War. I think I'll concentrate my cavalry on one flank, well most of it. Once again I'll weight my flank, with my right flank being the most heavily concentrated, while my left flank just has a force of cavalry waiting to... Oops. That's my opponent wishing me good luck there. To try and shield my weaker point. So we're not completely unprotected here, we're not going to be that reckless. I just wish my opponent good luck as well. Okay, one big battle group to begin with. And we push forward. What am I up against? 2, can't see. Okay, big wing of chariots, but... Ah, why are you all running forwards? Don't do that. Oh, they disrupted my phalanx as well. Don't know why my cavalry decided to surge like that. Uh-oh, and I just realised I gave an order to this cavalry over here. Great. Micro problems already. Right, the job of the cavalry then is just going to be to skirmish with the chariots. Why are they not in combat? Okay. Come on, Spartans, get forward. Right, and if they're going for a line of archers, so we'll try and break them with our swords. Don't want to give them any chance to react. Keeping an eye out for melee units coming out. See, my cavalry are getting cut down. Right. So these weaker units can now turn towards the trouble here. And just wall it off. Now, no doubt those chariots are going to be coming towards me. That's fine, I don't mind chasing his archers down though. The fact that our force are scattering is worrying me. I have to commit to the attack, unfortunately. Let's see if I can manage my cavalry a little bit better, try and maintain some control of the situation. We're going to lose to the chariots, I just do not have the my Theban cavalry can't stand up to these chariot attacks. But they can weaken them with the javelins, which means if they do charge into my Spartans, I have some recourse. Oops, you guys need to come forward. As soon as possible, please try and get ahead of the phalanxes so you're protected. Are these also bows? Right then. Well, if he's going for a completely light approach... And I can use my Cretans to try and hunt the bowmen down. They're pressed up against the back of the map like this. Oh, this is going to be bad though. Turn around. Oh, and they weren't expecting that sudden charge. That might keep them occupied for a little while. Because those bowmen have nowhere to go. What on earth? Oh, they've got phalanxes over here. We're starting to get somewhere over here. A unit of bowmen has been routed. Right. Okay, we've managed to rout them. So just start to return towards the fight. Now that we've broken them over here, of course, it's lured my troops miles away from the battlefront. And this unit's running back into trouble. Right, stay concentrated. Go join these units. Of course, that means we're going to take fire to our backs. Now we're having no luck here at all, are we? Oh, morale break. Couldn't keep my right wing out of trouble. Okay, bring everything back together. And I do have one unit of missile cav. Actually, now I think about it, I should have sent my missiles after the enemy archers. We can slip away here if we're quiet. And then I'll have a unit back. Okay, sandwich those archers. This isn't any good. Our forces are all going in different directions. Something apparently managed to come back. Okay, so the refuse to flank didn't work. I couldn't keep my troops out of trouble. And of course we're taking fire from those missiles. So obviously this was a completely different battle to the battle my troops were... Gee, he must be focusing on this... Oh, it must just happen to have been that unit which he was concentrating on. I don't think he's paying any attention to what's going on over here. Aurelius seems to have forgotten about the side of the battle. That's a trap. Try and stay away from them. No, wait, his forces are coming over here. Okay. Well, now that I know that's happening... Right, we've caught the archers. Hopefully we can drive them up the hill sharpish. Let them descend. I want to give the impression of not paying any attention to this whatsoever. We need to break them. We need to break them. Good. Okay. Now they should just careen off the field. Pull the archers back before we lose them. And now he knows that I'm paying attention again. Rush forward. Oh, nuts. Archers from behind. Right. Oh, God. The screen got in my way. And of course, he can just rain fire on me now. Well, he's got to run out of ammo eventually. No, you guys need to stay together. Don't go into the chariots. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Don't even think about it. Well, we're in an awkward position where his troops aren't heavy enough to break me in melee, but I'm going to struggle to cause him any casualties. This might be a draw. Of course, he can still rain fire on me for a while. Oh, of course, because these chariots have so much ammo. Jesus, no, he's gonna obliterate this unit. Well, he brought the right kind of army for countering a Leuctra-style advance. Got to give him that. And the thing is, I can't catch him, so I just have to stand here and take it. And they will eventually run out of ammo, but what's going to be left of my army after that? Try and place units in front of my general. Goodness, he's just bringing more in. Well, nothing wrong with that. Hold on. And I've got other business in the day, so I need this battle to end soon. Yeah, so if I see this coming again, I'll know to bring a lighter army. I'll know to bring a lighter, more agile army. Because this is hopeless. Okay. We have to march out to confront him now. At least his chariots are mostly out of ammo. The Spartans are still fresh, that's why they're moving quickly. Of course, that means I have trouble keeping my formation together. Get rid of the group now, it's useless. Yeah, we're gonna be eradicated. Well, I mean, lesson learned. As I said, I'm still learning this game myself, so I know what to expect next time. Right, let's just draw our swords and charge in. See if he'll at least give us the dignity of a final charge. There we go.
That God should witness such a day, such a defeat. Shame is our only reward.
Oh well, I've got to go to work now. Well done to my opponent. Obviously, I just had no answer to the chariots. I'm not sure, maybe I could have forced them into a corner or something. But I think once I lost my cavalry, and my cavalry wing was so weak, you know, there was nothing I could really do about that, I think. Yeah, don't go the Greek city-states. So if I see the Egyptians, I'll pick something like the Parthians or the Romans. Because, well, you know, the Romans with their legionary cavalry, or maybe the Britons with their own chariots. But don't try and go the Greeks, because they do not stand a chance. Okay, enough of that defeatist talk. Let's have because that battle was eminently winnable, and I'm going to explain why. So, someone who's an experienced player of the game was kind enough to explain to me how this army of chariots and archers could be defeated. So all you have to do, remember this is my memory of what he was saying, so he or she was saying, so I may not be on point here, but the essence of it seems to be bring a wall of Spartan hoplites, put them into loose formation, and just do this. Draw a line all the way to the edge. Don't select the general. I'm making a mistake there because you'll end up in the center and it'll end up disrupting the entire formation. That's why I left them out. But get moving. Get your troops moving. You've got the Cretans in the back to offer arrow support. Get them moving forward too. And they just form a barrier across the entire map. And the chariots and the archers can't get behind you and they have nowhere to go. And you have adequate fire support. And all you have to do then, once your troops are in position, is drop pikes, or don't. Wait, you can wait until you're about to get into contact before dropping the pikes. The archers have nowhere they can go to get away from you. Again, I've selected my general. My micro isn't very good yet, as you can tell. Okay, and then you just advance. Wall of Death. And there is nowhere they can go. You probably want to do this at a run as well, just to disorient your opponent further. And where you encounter stronger units like pikes, you might want to come out of formation and then go back and tighten up and go into a normal fighting formation. But the most important thing is to not let the chariots and archers behind you. And honestly, the Spartans are so strong that even in loose formation, you can see the Pharaoh's guards getting decimated by the Cretans. And obviously this is against the AI, so it may not work as well in practice, but it's a good theory at least, and it's what I'll be running on for the next while. Okay, we need to keep people pressing forward, and we need to maintain a solid wall. And the idea is just to push the opponent off the map. Now see, gaps like this are dangerous. But it might not work. Keep going, so the Pharaoh's pikemen have broken. But we're just going to shoot them down and just try and move on. Now, there are several things an opponent could try. They could try a mass charge somewhere. They could try and, well, as you can see, the phalanxes didn't have much good, didn't do much, but I suppose if they were better phalangites, if they had some experience, they might be able to drill through. This is a bit worrying. But again, that's Spartan hoplites against bowmen in melee. They should be fine. Now again, I can't vouch for the effectiveness of this fully because it is just against the AI. It's not a proper combat test. And look, there's a hole opening up here which patient opponent might be able to exploit. Chariots could have come zooming through here, smashed all of this up. And this isn't actually going too well. Well, this section of the line isn't. Oh goodness, and look, they could have driven a car through there. Okay, it needs some work, and I maybe should have stopped in places to maintain a solid line, but I'm only demonstrating the principle of the thing just now. So once again, I'll let the person who talked to me remain anonymous, but if they want to come forward and say something in the comments, just say, that was me. That's up to them. And thank you very much for taking the time to talk to me about that and tell me that, because I'm quite pleased to know about that, and it is a good strategy for infantry armies that are confronted by a mass of horse archers or chariot archers and bowmen. Just wall off the battlefield and march forward on a line and use your own foot archers to cover your advance. Anyway, folks, once again, thank you to Aurelius for being my opponent today, and thank you again to that anonymous stranger for the advice. I have been Napoleon Complex. Just a word on the historicity of this, because obviously it seems like a very cheesy tactic, and it is, but one of the historical strategies against horse archer armies was to spread the line out across the battlefield and try to make it as long as possible to make flanking attacks difficult. So it's not as far-fetched as it might sound on paper. And anyway, that's it. So as I said, consider liking and subscribing if you enjoyed the content, and I will see you next time. Don't let the warbands grind you down. And I think I'll let this go to the end. Yeah, okay, there's not really much else to say.